Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he scribe all of my scripture. He give me all my medicine in the room. Oh, children, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out my scripture. He give me all my medicine. I didn't mean to do that. Hey, children, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he subscribes all my scripture. He gives me all my medicine in the room. We know we're getting ready for Mother's Day. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he gives me all my medicine. He gives me all my scripture in the room. Hey, Freddie, hey, Brianna, hey, Zach, hey, Jibrica. Is that Jibrica? No, that's DeAndre. DeAndrea. Only Sonya only. Yes. Almost doesn't count. Almost doesn't count. I'm tired. Hey, y'all. What's going on? What's happening? How y'all doing? What's happening? Yes, get ready for Mother's Day, honey. Mother's Day is right around the corner, honey. Y'all got your mamas some gifts. Y'all got mama gift, honey. Grandma, mama, Amy, all of them. Sisters, everybody that's a mother, honey. Yes, get them gifts, honey. Yes. And if your mother's no longer here on the earth with you, honey, we are praying that you make it through that day and know that mother is always here in spirit, honey. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yeah, Lord, baby. I want to start out by saying, oh, thank you, everybody. Oh, my God, we had a wonderful time. It was packed last night at the karaoke, return of Miss Sophia and Friends karaoke at Nick's last night. We had a wonderful time. Oh, y'all better come on out on Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock. I want to move the show to 9 o'clock, honey, because it's a work night. People got to go to work, honey, but we want to start at 10. If we start at 10, keep it at 10. We're going to start at 10 and get y'all out of there by 11:30, quarter 12. We got to get y'all out of there before 12 o'clock. Last night, we were there for a little while. That was our first night. We really enjoyed ourselves. We had a wonderful time. It was really packed in there last night. I was so excited to see all y'all come out last night to support the old girl. Old broom still sweet. In the words of my sister Paula Sinclair, old broom still sweet, baby. Y'all came out and y'all supported. I really appreciate that. Yes, the hashtag left my inner. Y'all came on out. Y'all came on out. Everybody's excited to be back at Mix for Karaoke. Nicole and Star Sanchez are going to be my special guests next week. But last night, Tasha LaBelle Thomas and Trinity Kardashian Bonet, they put a performance down, and as well as everybody that was singing, participating in karaoke. We had a wonderful time. And see, just like I'm so glad that people came to karaoke to sing. Because a lot of times you have people wait till I come out there and then they go sign up and everything. People got there to sign. They signed up. I didn't have to beg nobody to sign up to come sing karaoke. Everybody wasn't there just to look. A lot of people there to sing and to participate, and I like that. I like it. So keep it up, and keep growing. We want to have it where the line is down the street, even when the club is full, honey. So we want to continue to grow our Wednesday night karaoke over at Mix. Because we're getting ready for the summer, honey. The summer is going to be off the chain. Yes, it is going to be off the chain. But thank everybody for coming out, honey. We had a great time drinking, eating, singing, laughing, and just having fun. Good old fun, honey. One of the things I like to do is like a lot of the entertainers, the female impersonators, when they come and they do their shows, a lot of times they come, they do their number, and then they go back in the dressing room, come back, do their other number, and then sometimes they'll mingle with the crowd, afterwards and everything. But I always like to give them the mic and let them talk so y'all can hear them as opposed to just see them in their element of just, entertaining and lip syncing. So that's fun. Everybody likes that. They like that. And then it's just like Tasia and Trinity, they are two Kiki's, honey, on the mic. They can go on the mic. They are two Kiki's. If you there last night, you saw that. But they host shows, every now and then they will host shows and everything. But they're mostly pageant girls and show girls. But they entertained last night. Everybody enjoyed them. And thank you guys for coming out and supporting karaoke on Wednesday night. Like I said, next week, the Whitney Houston impersonator of all Whitney Houston impersonators, Miss Nicole Love Dupree. She's our special guest, and also Star Sanchez. She's going to be the other entertainer that's going to join us next week. So we're doing something different. Every week we're going to have two entertainers, maybe drag queen, maybe poets, maybe something other than singers. We're going to have two other entertainers as special guests. So yeah, a little twist, a little twist. We start out. I ain't signed no. What's up, everybody? YouTube land. This is your girl, Miss Sophia, and yes, I'm a man. Ooh, hey. But yes, let's go get started with the birthdays, honey. The birthday, Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson. She's celebrating her 40th birthday today. Hope I said her name right, honey. Ghostface Killer. He's celebrating his 49th birthday today. Billy Joel, he's celebrating his 70th birthday today. Candace Bergen, she's celebrating her 73rd birthday today. Tamia, she is celebrating her 44th birthday today. I wonder what she and Grant Hill are doing for her birthday today. But she's celebrating her 44th birthday today. Alec Martin is the daughter of Whoopi Goldberg. She's celebrating her 46th birthday today. NBA players that are celebrating their birthday today. Let me get my eyes, honey. Roseboro. Doug Christie, he's celebrating his 49th birthday. Calvin Murphy, the Houston Rockets, one of the former Houston Rockets. He's now commentating for the Houston Rockets. Calvin Murphy celebrating his 71st birthday today. Eric Green celebrating his 28th birthday today. NFL players Mark Parsons celebrating his 33rd birthday today. Robbie Anderson celebrating his 26th birthday today. Danny Clark celebrating his 42nd birthday today. And Tariq Williams, he's celebrating his 28th birthday today. Now, somebody that I used to work with is celebrating his birthday today, and I want to send him a shout out and a happy birthday. And I know it's one of y'all favorites, and y'all all love him. And I'm sure y'all going to be hitting him up on his social media, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that. Y'all going to be wishing him a happy birthday today. So we just want to wish him a happy birthday as well. One of my former co-workers. Happy birthday to Mr. Frank Ski. Happy birthday, seriously. It is Frank Ski's birthday today. So we want to wish Frank Ski a happy birthday. Yes, honey. Frank Ski, I'm going to give him a call today. And tell him, wish him a happy birthday. I wonder what they over there doing. Denzel. No, seriously, I know y'all think I'm joking, but today is Frank's birthday, honey. Today's Frank's birthday. Happy birthday to Frank. Where do we start? There's so much going on, baby. I don't know if y'all heard me on Will You Radio yesterday, baby. I was showing out yesterday when it came to the baby. Oh, the raw baby, honey. Baby, I had me some fun with that baby. That baby. That named the baby Archie, honey. Oh my God, Archie, child. Now I was thinking that maybe they're gonna name him like Bartholomew, Michael, Sir Paul. I was just thinking they was gonna give him one of those rich king names, honey. That baby Archie, honey. I just say, just call that little nigga Archie. The little black baby, honey. That's how the nigga Archie, honey. Baby Archie's gonna terrorize the queen mother, honey. He gonna terrorize her, honey. When you turn 2, baby, they ain't seen a little baby like they see. They have gonna see the little baby, honey. Little black baby, honey. Little Archie. It's gonna be different, honey. Archie Harrison and some Windsor. What's that third name? It's been in the family for a while, honey. That third name. Some Baden. Archie Harrison, some Baden Windsor. That's his name. The baby, the royal baby has a name. That's probably why they took so long getting the name like that, baby, because they was like, child. Megan probably was fighting. Y'all not finna call my baby no Archie. Archie. Why you can't call him Sir Philip or something? William. Bartholomew. Maybe they came up with Archie, but anyway. happy birthday, little baby Archie. We're gonna celebrate his birthday. It's 1 year birthday. We're gonna celebrate next year. Yes, we are. We're gonna celebrate Archie. He over there in the Buckingham Palace, and that's all that matters. We in. We in. So what his name's Archie. Archie. Something they can relate to, we can relate to. Megan's mom is over there. They have a picture of her, the queen, and her mom, and the dad, and Harry and Megan and the baby, honey. That's exciting, baby. They be really excited when they have babies over there, child. But the girls in the hood be just as excited when they have their babies, honey. Child, y'all just don't have the cameras over there. The girls in the hood, they be, oh, bring that baby, yeah, all right. Going over there, taking Brina, Yes, some little party. Go bring the house, bring the still laid up in the bed, child. If she get out of the hospital, bring be in the house in the bed for about 2 or 3 weeks, just laying over there. Y'all go to the neighbors, go over there, help bring her out with the new baby, cooking for the other children. There's no Brenda got about 9 kids. That's her 10th kid. So the neighborhood come together and help. They be excited. Y'all need to get some cameras in the neighborhood, baby. Ain't nothing like having a baby like Brenda having her 10th baby. Yes. Sequina. Where do we start, honey? There's so much going on. How about we start with R. Kelly, baby? R. Kelly, R. Kelly, the judge showed him some favor, honey. The judge showed him some favor because, he didn't show up for court. He didn't show up for court one day, so the judge just, found him. Listen, baby, you're going to have to pay. So then the judge, he went for the judge, and the judge said that, that because he was served with papers while he was in jail. So then the lawyer said because he's illiterate and he can't read, that he didn't know what he was reading or what he was served. So that's why he didn't show up for court. So the judge had reopened the case. He can give him another shot, honey. He can reopen the case. And so R. Kelly is going to get a new shot at this. And this all deals with the sexual abuse case. This is a sexual abuse case, honey. So the judge, is reopening this case, so R. Kelly's going to get to try that case again. But however, R. Kelly did show up in court yesterday. Remember, he had to go back to court yesterday because still owed Drea some money for that back child support, honey. And he took Drea, he delivered that $62,000. So he is current on his child support payment. And they said that he has put the June, July, and August payments in an escrow account. So he already have that squared away. He's current. However, the judge did slap him over the head with another. Before he left the courtroom yesterday, the judge said, hold up. He said, although you are current with your payments now, he said, you still owe Andrea over $32,000 in interest from the money that you had paid her for the back pay child support payment. So although he was late on the child support payment and all that money that he owed her when he wasn't paying, that money accumulated interest. And so now he still owes her like $32,000, a little over $32,000 in interest from the non-payment of the child support payment. Baby, I said the child support payments are $20,000, so that's like a month and a half of payment, a little over half, a month and a half of payment, child. $32,000. A girl getting that cheese, baby. She getting that cheese. I know that makes him hot. That he called up. He thought he called up and he was in the clear. Then he got a little escrow account with June, July, and August payments ready to just ship it on to her when they hit. Baby, then the judge hit him over the head with a brick before he left out of there. You still owe over $32,000 in back support, child support payment for the interest that it had grown. That was interest on that money. So, baby, I know he don't want to be in that situation. You finally dug yourself out of the hole, R. Kelly. So go on, honey. Pay that money. I told you yesterday, get some money, honey. Send it to Drea. Just get some money, send it to Drea, honey. Don't even just send it to Drea. The Drea want her money. She want her cheese. Yes, she does. She want her cheese. You're going to have to give her cheese. Yes, you are, honey. We're getting ready for Mother's Day, and I just want to throw this story out here. And come to find out, this organization has been around for 3 years. They've been doing this for 3 years. And we're getting ready for Mother's Day. And I said, oh, my God, that's nice. But I want to see what y'all think about this. Now, this is called National Bailout. This is an organization called National Bailout. National Bailout. And what they do is, right before Mother's Day, before Mother's Day, what they're trying to do is they are trying to pay the bail for as many Black women as possible so they can spend Mother's Day with their children. Now, I was thinking about that, and I was like, that's a good idea, but I don't know, because, it's 50-50, because it's just like, why are you in jail? The majority of them, I'm sure, are in jail for crimes that they committed, and then it's just like, some people gonna feel like y'all are rewarding them for bad behavior, or y'all trying to, it's just like y'all, they're not being penalized for what they done. So it's like, I understand y'all want to reunite the families and have the families to spend Mother's Day together, the kids with their mom and all that. That's a good thing, but is it really the mama? Are they reforming and trying to do something else? Are they trying to, keep themselves out of trouble and all that? But the thing is, they did say, I did read where they said that although they are bailing the mothers out, trying to get them to spend, the Mother's Day with their kids and stuff, they are having some other programs to help the mothers like get themselves together, like a reform program and all that, trying to help them out and see what it is that they need to keep them, from going back to jail and all that. So that's a good thing. But it's just like, I know a lot of y'all like, child, it's a good gesture, but they need to be taught a lesson. They need to learn their lesson. So it's called National Bailout Day and hashtag Free Black Mamas. And so I think they're only doing Black mamas, honey. They just want the Black mamas to be with the Black babies during the Mother's Day holiday. So they've been doing it for 3 years. Yeah, I was like, okay, that's a good program, but they need to have some follow-ups and all of that to make sure, these women, just like when they people go to prison, that's what everybody's talking about. Y'all let people out of prison, and then especially people that's been in prison like 20 and 30 years, and then these people get out of prison, it's just like they're in a foreign country because all the stuff that we're doing now, the technology has advanced. Some people went to prison, child, we had nothing but a house phone, landline. Now you get out of prison and everything is on your phone. Everybody got cell phones, walking down the street talking. I'm sure the prisoners be looking like, what is going on? What? He's on the phone outside. What is going on? What is that thing? Everything on the internet. They don't know nothing about no internet. Some of them do because they have, like they say, some of the prisons, they stay there. Or people in prison, they live better than us out here, so they up on all the stuff. But the majority of the people, like the older people, honey, they ain't trying to learn nothing. They ain't trying to be into no computers and all of that. So it's like foreign to them. So prison reform, it's a big thing. So same thing with these mothers, y'all are getting them out, wanting to spend time with their children, but it's more damaging to the children if the mother is not, reformed and she ain't got no help and she's still going to do the things that ended her up in jail in the first place. So you need to have some, some plans there to assist the mother once you get her out of jail. See what it is that, causes her to go to jail so she can spend time with her children for the rest of her life, as opposed to y'all getting them out, and then, she spent Mother's Day with her kids, then she back doing the same thing that she did, get called again, and she gone. So what was the point? To spend Mother's Day. Just let them go up there and visit them on Mother's Day in jail, if that's the point. If she's not going to be reformed, she's not trying to help herself to make sure that she spends the rest of her life with her kids. So, okay, it's a good program. I thought I'd just throw that out there. Y'all can discuss it amongst yourselves. You can discuss it with your co-workers and everybody. But it is a program called hashtag Free Black Mamas and National Bailout. It's called National Bailout. So they really working on it. It's an international organization, honey. Not just here in the United States, it's internationally, honey. And they have spent like millions and millions of dollars, getting these mothers out of jail. So it's a good program. I liked it. So, keep up the good work, y'all. Keep up the good work. Diana Ross, remember I told y'all Diana Ross, she was upset with the TSA person in New Orleans when she was leaving Louis Armstrong Airport in New Orleans. Say that they patted her down and she felt violated and all that. Well, how about TSA say that the investigation is over and they have watched all the footage, the cameras and everything. They said that the young lady, she only followed protocol. So, Diana Ross feeling violated and all that. They say that there's no, they didn't find no evidence of all that. All they saw was that the young lady did what she was supposed to do. She followed the rules and the guidelines. So they didn't say whether or not they got in contact with Diana Ross or they spoke with her or nothing like that. We don't know. They just said that they have investigated and the investigation is over. And the conclusion is that the young lady followed her. She did what she was supposed to do, and she did not violate, any of the company policies or nothing like that. So, case closed. Case closed, Miss Ross. So, Miss Ross, I don't know if they spoke to her. Like I said, they didn't say whether or not they spoke with her, but that's the boss, honey. So she probably somewhere quiet, getting her lawyer together because she's gonna file a lawsuit. But you know how Miss Ross is, honey. But I'll keep you updated on what's going on with that. If something else comes out other than what's already out. But as far as they're concerned, case closed, Miss Ross. Case is closed. Okay? Swept away. They swept that away. They swept it away, honey. You may be the boss, but they say you're the boss at the airport in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Steve Harvey, what is going on, y'all? Why are people hating on Steve Harvey so these days? Now, over the weekend, when I was home, even my mama asked me, Steve Harvey and Marge, are they divorcing? I'm like, no, mama, this story goes and comes. They keep breaking that story. I said, that's an old story. They keep talking about Marge and Steve. They break it up and all that. So then it's just like, everybody kept calling me. They calling me like I know Steve, like I work for Steve or I work for Marge. They calling me, blowing my phone up, texting me, hitting me up. Or maybe they call me because they know I'm nosy and I'll be digging into the information. I report on stuff like, oh, okay, I get it now. Y'all, that's why y'all call me. I'm y'all number one entertainment source. Okay, I appreciate it. I get it. Thank you, Holy Ghost. I got it now. Thank you. That's why y'all kept texting and messaging me and calling me because I be, okay, I get it. Thank y'all. Yeah. But they are not getting a divorce. Steve and Marge are not getting a divorce. And then it's just like they even did a video. And I don't know if you went to their page, they did a video and they was talking about the situation because Steve was like, you divorced? Hey, they say we divorced. You leaving me? She's like, no, I ain't leaving you. You leaving me? No, I ain't leaving you. They also said we broke. What? You spent all the money? No, I ain't spent all the money. You spent all the money? No, I ain't spent it. So it was funny. They had made fun of it too, honey. It was just like, child, what can you do, honey? Like I said, this rumor, it goes, it comes out, then it dies down, then later on it comes out again, they divorce and then it dies down, then it comes out, so it's just like they address that. So now the thing is, Steve Harvey is just like, ever since he did the interview with Monique, and a lot of people, they just upset because he sit there and he just told her the truth to her face. It's just like a lot of people upset with Steve Harvey because he told her the truth. Then they say it's just what he said about integrity and all that. No, y'all, I didn't see it like that. I didn't see it like that. So putting integrity over money over integrity and all that. It's just like, He was just telling her how Hollywood works. For you to move to Hollywood, and you're not going to come change Hollywood. This is how it works. And if you want to be a part of it, then it's just like, but anyway, we don't have to rehash all that. But now the thing is, Steve Harvey has said, this is an old video as well, just like these old stories come out about he and Marvin, they getting divorced. This is the old story, this old video that came out and resurfaced where Steve Harvey made a statement. And he said that rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. Like they say, you're supposed to get, supposed to get 8 hours, good 8 hours rest. Everything's supposed to get a good 8 hours. This is really going here, honey. But it's like, you'll get 8 hours of sleep. That's what they say, honey. It's healthy. If you want to be healthy, live a healthy life, you need to get at least 8 hours of sleep. Take care of yourself. One old video surfaced where Steve Harvey said, rich people don't sleep 8 hours. If they slept 8 hours, 8 hours a day, honey, they wouldn't be out here securing the bag the way they are. And if you say that you rich and you secure the bags and you sleep in 8 hours, then you lying. Because rich people don't sleep no 8 hours a day. They be up securing the bag. So a lot of people just went, just ham on him on Twitter, honey. All this just like, girl, what is it about Steve that y'all hate him? So whatever he say, y'all it just goes viral. It goes viral, honey. So it's just like, what does that mean? If you think what you going after him, and I keep telling y'all, if you think when you go and you make these things go viral, you think that's hurting Steve Harvey. It's all up in his stock. People are, when y'all go, because they don't see all they say when they go look at the numbers, they say, oh my God, Steve Harvey is really trending. He's trending. What is it? So they go look at them numbers, honey. They don't care what the story is. All they know is he's trending. And you all have made his stuff go viral. So he's going to be more in demand because you all have put him out there. So if you want to have the opposite effect, then you're gonna have to ignore Steve Harvey. You can't keep putting him up on a pedestal and help his stuff go viral, expecting that it's gonna hurt him and it's gonna damage his career. It's just like you all are. It's the opposite. When it comes to ratings and numbers, it's the opposite. Unless it's something like with this R. Kelly stuff, Steve Harvey's molesting little girls, or Steve Harvey to murder somebody, or Steve Harvey to say something, really out of the way, just controversial, or, like, come on. Unless he do all the shit that Donald Trump is doing. Everything that Donald Trump is doing, Steve Harvey did any of that, then it would hurt his career. But because he's not a white man like Donald Trump, honey, the only way Donald Trump get away with all that bull. But if Steve Harvey said or did half of the things that Donald Trump does or say or has been accused of, it would hurt his career. But as long as he's not doing none of that, Steve Harvey can't talk about no Mexicans. He can't talk about no gays. He can't talk about, grabbing women by the pussies. He can't do that. That's going to hurt his career. Other than that, all the stuff y'all complain about, him and Marge getting divorced, they not. And then it's just like when y'all came up with that, y'all brought that story back again, and then it said that they're not getting a divorce. And so it's just like that just stick. So now y'all trying to find something. What did he say today? Oh, let's see if we can get that to work. Not gonna work. It has an opposite effect. So find another game plan, honey, because he's winning. He's winning. He's winning. Yes, he is. He's winning. Speaking of winning, did y'all see Megan? Thank you, Jay. Who is that? Jay Wilson. Look, I can see Jay Wilson. Thank you, Jay Wilson. Hey, Evangelist Sophia, much love. Thank you. Evangelist. Did y'all see Seth Meyers last night? He had Megan McCain on there from The View, the one that's always going back and forth with Joy on The View. Well, she was on with Megan McCain. She was always Seth Meyers the other night. Baby, he had laid it to her. So, and then he did it in a calm way, and he was just very educational what he did. But his thing was, he wasn't coming for her. He was just asking her questions and telling her, because she'd been going for this congresswoman. Because they tried to paint her as a racist towards Islamic. And it's just like, she didn't apologize for that and all that. And so what he was saying was, you keep bringing up, these old tweets, these two tweets that she has already apologized for. He said, then it's dangerous. He said, then when they had the massacre at the church, you brought it up again, stuff that she has already apologized for. And then Megan was trying to act like, well, I just believe when Donald Trump do it, don't you think when Donald Trump do it, he said the difference is she has apologized for it. And she has put out a sincere apology, that I feel. It was a sincere apology. And the difference with her and Donald Trump hasn't apologized for anything. He said, so, and then when stuff like this happens, you keep, you bring this up for something that she's already apologized for. She said, can people just apologize and we move on without every time something comes up or something happens that deals with what they have already apologized for, we accuse them of being anti-Semitist or racist and stuff like that. She said, she's already apologized for it. Can you just move on from that? And then she was standing up there and she was sitting there and she was like, yeah, but my opinion is very strong. And he said, oh, we know that. We know. And then she said, well, what do you think? But he was just really like sitting there, not getting upset. Just when she asked a question, he say something, she say something. You know how they do, honey. They try to turn it around and make you feel like, you should be doing that. And he was like, well, no, I don't buy that. You don't have to do that. And and just like, and she said something. He said, well, no, it's just all I'm saying. Well, what would you like for me to say that come out of my mouth that'll make you feel happy? He said, I enjoy everything that come out of your mouth. She said, okay, good. He said, yeah. He said, but I just think sometimes you have to be careful with what you say, especially when they had this massacre, and then you bring up old tweets that this lady have already apologized for. You just refueling the fire. You just the people who were upset about this, you just reignited that anger in those people. Then on top of that, you say when people have received death threats like she has for the stuff that she said and she's apologized for, and she said that she's willing to educate herself on stuff like that. This is something because she's not a part of this group, of these people, these fakes. She don't practice this fake and everything. That she's more willing to be open and let herself be educated by these people, so she won't say the wrong thing. And then it's just like, She was like, okay. She didn't get it. She was mad. You tell she was mad. She like get the last say and everything. But her husband went on Twitter and he was going ham on Seth Meyers. And then later on he came back. You know how they do. Like we said, people always white people always say, well, not the majority of it, not all of it, but the majority of it always sit up there and say what they want, do what they want, and all of that. And then they come back and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that, which is what he did. He went ham on Seth Meyers, talking about he was an asshole and, he was shit and, he wasn't funny and all of this went up. Then he came back later on talking about, I'm apologize. I'm sorry. I let, my anger get the best of me and I should have did such. Well, already put it out there. Already said it, honey. So you apologize, So it's just like Seth Meyers was telling your wife, Ilion, that's her name, Ilion. She's already apologized, but every time she brings up stuff, so every time somebody pisses your wife off, they want to bring up, they should bring up, how you went off on Seth Meyers. Although you've apologized for it, how do you feel if they keep bringing that up? I've already apologized for that. Well, like I said, he said hers was sincere. Yours not sincere. Yours is just the child boom, whatever. But he got her together, honey. She was in a different battle last night, Wednesday night. She was in a different battle. It wasn't like she was sitting there going back and forth with Joy. She was sitting there going back and forth with somebody who could go toe to toe with her and who could educate her on stuff that she thought she was so knowledgeable about. And it's like, no, boo. I don't have a problem with you being a Republican. I don't have a problem with you being whatever, but, I do have a problem with certain things that come out of your mouth, and then you be trying to verify what you're doing, it's right because you're trying to, justify what you do or what you say. It's like, no, you can't do that all the time. You can't do that, and I need for you to stop that. That's what people telling me. In other words, I need for you to stop that. She said, I'm on a show where women, we have different opinions, we vary opinion. I know that. You're not telling me nothing that I don't know. He said, what I'm saying is, bring it back to what we're talking about. You need to stop. Because you just like Trump, honey. He always fueling his base. You do the same thing with the rhetoric that you be talking sometimes. And in the name, you be doing in the name of a Republican. I'm a diehard Republican. And this is what I believe, and da-da-da. Stop, girl. That's what he told me. He got it together, though. I'm glad he got it together. Aisha Curry. I don't know if you guys saw. She was on the red table with Jada Pinkett Smith. She was on there. Her mom, her sister, her sister-in-law, and they were on there on the red table talking with Jada Pinkett Smith, her daughter and her mother. And Aisha made a statement, and everybody was like, "Oh, what? Are you serious?" So what had happened was she was on there and she talked about how all of these women are always lusting after her husband. And she said that she kind of feels some kind of way that men don't lust after her the way women lust after her husband. So everybody was like, are you serious? You heard me right. She said she see women and they're always lusting after her husband, Steph Curry, who cheated last night. They cheated last night, the Rockets last night, but we'll get into that later on. But she said that she see all these women lusting after her husband, and she feels that, she don't get the same treatment from men. Men don't lust after her the way she see women lusting after her husband. So it's just like, okay, are you serious? So NBA basketball player, what's his name? Brandon Jennings. He said, and I quote, he said, Aisha, he said, let me get my eyeless. Because he said, Aisha, stop tripping. He said, you rich as hell, you have a faithful husband, you have a beautiful family, and an incredible career as a chef. So please stop tripping. Men, and he said, besides, he said, men don't lust after married women the way women lust after married men. So it's just like, oh, that's a double standard. Or as he telling us that men are not like women. That's something that women do. That's not something that men do. So men lust after women that are single, I guess. That's what he said. He said men don't lust after married women. And then he also said, why would you even want men lusting after you anyway? when you have the best of everything. So why? And then say for her to even just because she said it does something to her psychologically and emotionally. It made her think. She said, "I be thinking like, am I good enough? Am I not beautiful? Am I not?" Because people are not lusting at because men are not lusting after her. She see women doing it to her husband, so she said make her question her self worth. And it's just like, oh my God, are you serious? So in that moment when she said that, when I heard that she said that, it's just like, but you have to put yourself in other people's shoes. So it's just like she is, she is like married to step her, and then she see this, and it's just like in her mind, all she is thinking is, my husband married to me. So you saying that they not doing it to me because that's something men not doing? So Aisha, word to the wise. Word to the wise. Like Brandon told you, honey, you have the best of everything. You have the best of everything. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are everything. And no, you don't have to worry about all of that. But what you are seeking, you will get it. But it probably comes from somebody that you don't want it from. Because I'm telling you, you have already put it out there. So I'm sure some people from the LGBTQ community are going to be reaching out. They're going to be lusting after you, girl. You have a lot of lesbians that's going to be giving you the attention that you're seeking. Yes, honey. But she said, but girl, but it's just like she's a celebrity, and then she see this to her husband, so it does make you question yourself. I can only imagine. Like I said, I'm not in her shoes. I can only imagine if you see your husband going through all of this. Just like, well, bitch, what's wrong with me? Y'all see what, fellas? Y'all not gonna try to holler at me? Y'all got but again, and that's the same Aisha. That's the same Aisha. So this is what I'm telling y'all. People show their vulnerability. They let you know, they let their arms down, they let their guards down, to show you their vulnerability. Because remember, this is the same Aisha when you all were talking about her not calling her daughter's hand, all that stuff, y'all was going ham and doing all that. How she stepped forward and she showed y'all, baby, listen. But now she turned around and said, because we're not lusting after her, she went, what am I? Like it reminded me of that Donna Summer song. Am I not a dime, a broken chance? The Last Dance. What's that line? But anyway, Aisha, you're beautiful, and the men would lust after you, but they said they don't. Men said they don't lust after married women, and that's just what Brandon Jennings said. I'm just saying what Brandon Jennings said. He said men don't lust after married women, so I just have to take his word for it. Right. And then it's just like, now that you said it, Aisha, ain't nobody lusting after me either. What? Well, what's up? Ain't nobody lusting after me, girl. What's up, y'all? What's up with that? Stop sending some hearts and some love and something. It's just like, I feel you, Aisha. You play too much, honey. But Aisha, but yes, honey. Baby, Dennis Rodman. Did y'all see the story of Dennis Rodman, child? Thank you. That name, I can pronounce that. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. Chapapula. Let me see. I can pronounce it. Let me just see. Take the time to pronounce. What is it? Oh, Chewbacca, bro. Dog. Oh, okay. Yes. Portia. But Dennis Rodman had a lady and a man. They went in this store and Charlie went in there stealing. And then they said all of them were drunk. They said all of them were drunk. They said all of them was smelling like alcohol. What they did was they went in this store and Dennis Rodman was the distraction. The lady was in there and she was stuffing clothes in her purse while he was distracting the employee. So then the guy was in there and He done picked up this artwork. It cost like $2,500 trying to put it on a dollar, and he done dropped it. He done dropped it and broke it, honey. $2,500 piece of artwork. He done dropped the child. So then the lady, you see the lady, all of this is on camera. All of this is on camera. The lady goes behind Dennis Rodman one time. She stuffed some clothing in her purse. Then you see when the man is dropping, he dropped this artwork, and she over there, she just stood and run around here, put stuff in her purse, stealing clothes. And they said it's a big shop. Everybody go there. All the celebs go there. This is the shop and everything, little boutique and stuff. But it's just like real nice. But anyway, the thing is, they said once all of it was over, Dennis Rodman, this lady, and this man, all the stuff they had stolen was around. You know the value of $500. But y'all been here stole $500 worth of clothes, and y'all on camera, and y'all gonna get caught, and they know y'all face and everything. The evidence, they got evidence of y'all in there stealing. And not all of that, Dennis Rodman is still on probation. Yes, Dennis Rodman is still on probation for I think it was a drunk driving charge. So he's still on probation. So then if they find out, well, they already see the evidence that he was part of, well, one thing about it, he wasn't stealing, but he was a distraction. So it was a team, it was a ring. They say it's a ring, Dennis Rodman and these people that came here, it was a ring. So the thing is, if they tie him to this situation, he'll be back in jail because he's on probation. He on probation. I don't know what these people don't understand when you're on parole and probation, Remy Ma and Dennis Rodman. Y'all got to be on the straight and narrow. Y'all can be getting in trouble. Y'all can't be getting in trouble when you're on probation, honey. So Dennis Rodman went in here, and then they said they were smelling like alcohol. But it's just that it was so funny because y'all went in there, and the most expensive thing y'all ended up breaking was this artwork for $2,500. And then you stole, I don't know how many pieces that she stole, stuffing in her purse, but trying all that amount to $500. Y'all risked y'all freedom for $500, especially Dennis Rodman. You risked your freedom for $500. You don't have $500. And then on top of that, all I was thinking about was Dennis Rodman, and he going over here and spending time with Kim Jong-un. That's your friend, Kim Jong-un. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. You're sitting up here, over here with this dictator. You got a friendship with this dictator. And you trying to act like you this, you're supposed to be that, and you could bring world leaders together. You could bring, somebody that's the president of the free world and somebody that's, the president in a communist country. You could bring them together. But then you in the store, y'all stealing. Try to get somewhere and sit down. Get somewhere and sit down. That's all I was thinking about. How he over there with Kim Jong-un. Now he over here. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to visit him. We my friends. I got his number on speed dial. I call him. That's my friend, Kim Jong-un. And you out here stealing. Or you, the cover man while somebody else stealing. So baby, he going to jail. Because that's a theft ring. That's a theft ring. They had an operation going on there. He going to jail because he on paper. He on paper, honey. Trump set him up. And speaking of Trump setting him up, honey, Trump Jr., they want him. And it subpoenas Trump Jr., the Republican that subpoenaed Trump Jr. So, all of that to say, that just goes to show the Mueller report, it didn't clear y'all. If the Republicans that subpoenaed Donald Trump Jr., maybe this should be some trouble. Should be some trouble. That's why they don't want that Mueller report to come out, because they know, honey. That's what Mueller did, honey. He did the report and he left it up to Congress as to how they want to handle it. He just gave them all the evidence of what's going on. That's what Mueller report is, and that's why they don't want to release that report, the whole report. Talking about the redacted report. We need to see what this goes. And then Congress has the right to see the whole report without it being redacted. They got a right to see it. They on the old honey. But they talking about, it's gonna leak. So what? Y'all leak stuff y'all want. So if it leak, it just leak. But y'all just let it out. And that's the reason. Then they keep running around and talking about he's been exonerated and it's no collusion. Okay, what's the problem with releasing? Just like I say, you see, And I know y'all, I'm not prejudiced. I just be bringing it up because, people just like, well, anyway, I ain't gonna go through all that. Just like with Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, the Super Bowl champ New England Patriots. His whole thing is he don't want them to release that videotape. Now, you say that's not you on the videotape. So why are you fighting, you and your lawyers fighting for them not to release that videotape of this man that's having services done and been charged, he at the spa, prostitution. That's all they're doing. It's prostitution what they're doing. So you say that's not you. So why are you and your lawyers fighting for them not to release that tape if it's not you? Vice versa. So why are y'all fighting for them not to release the Mueller report to the congressman? They're not saying release it to us, to the U.S. citizens. They're saying release it to congressmen. They have a right. They can look at classified information. So it's just like, why not release it? If you're so innocent, if it says you are innocent, no doubt that you are innocent, what's the problem with releasing it? So it's just like, that's how they do, honey. But they want that Donald Trump Jr., honey. And that's why they're not releasing that Mueller report, because he gave them the evidence, all the evidence that's out there and the crimes that are being committed. And he did not, got here. Now he got all the rest of them, the little people around there, but that family and Donald Trump, he said, now this on y'all. What y'all gonna do? This is on y'all. Y'all gotta call these shots. I can't do it. What y'all gonna do? So now that's why they don't want their report being released, because they don't. And then now you don't want Mueller going and talk to Carter. You don't want him to testify. Originally, y'all was like, yo, he can testify, let him go, he can testify. Now y'all don't want that. Y'all backtrack. But I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what's going on with it. I'm gonna do one more story, and then I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all want to say. We're gonna have a little chit chat, and then I'm gonna go get ready for We Are You Radio. Yes, honey, yes. My internet was acting up yesterday. I don't know what was going on. Internet was acting up, child. And then my first two breaks I recorded, I don't know what's going on, honey. I did my first two breaks, but they didn't play. So, but anyhow, Ezekiel Elliott, the Dallas Cowboys football player. I hate Dallas Cowboys, but I love this gesture by Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, he paid for the funeral of a 14-year-old, an 8th grader that was shot. This 8th grader was he was hit by a stray bullet and ended up dying. And he was attending a birthday party. I don't know what kind of party it was, but he was attending a house party. And a fight broke out. And so the young man was leaving, and he got hit by a stray bullet. An innocent person got hit by a stray bullet, ended up dying. 14 years old, 8th grader. And they say that he was a phenomenal football player, and that a whole lot of scouts had already reached out to him, saying that they wanted to work with him later on in the future. And then they said that a lot of people, they said this boy was amazing when it came to football. And he had a promising football career. And so this happened in St. Louis, and Ezekiel Elliott, he stepped forward and he paid for the funeral for this young man. So and everybody's like, he's a Dallas Cowboy. Why would he pay for somebody's funeral in St. Louis? Because he's from St. Louis. And once he got in contact with the family, he told the mother that he wanted to pay for this. He was going to pay for the funeral and all of that. The mother let him know. The mother told him that Ezekiel Elliott was one of her son's idols. Like, he looked up to Ezekiel Elliott, and he did not know this. Ezekiel didn't know this. The only reason he was paying for the funeral was because the guy was a promising football player, and he was from St. Louis, and he was from St. Louis. So that's why he was doing it. He had no idea that this little guy idolized him as a football player. He was one of his best. He looked up to Ezekiel Elliott. So just like that was a sad story. And I just wanted to put that out there, honey, because him doing that, he paying for the young man's funeral, and the young man was killed by a gun, a straight bullet. And again, we be talking about, this gun violence, and they want to get, take guns out of the hands of people, and and y'all care about people's lives and all of that, but it's just like, y'all don't want to pass no great gun laws. And then on top of that, they had a situation in LA, in Bel Air to be exact, where there was this mansion, and this lady who owns the mansion, she she's filthy rich because the way I read the story, she's filthy rich. She's out of the country somewhere. She's been out of the country for like months or years or so, and she just have people keeping the house. People just like keep up the yard and all that stuff for her mansion in Bel Air. And they said this mansion is around the corner from like the it's right by the Playboy Mansion, and it's like miles away from where Michael Jackson died. So this lady owned this mansion. Then it said she had cars and 3 SUVs in the driveway and all of that. But come to find out, they got a search warrant because they got a tip and they got a search warrant. And they went in there and they had all kind of guns. I mean, they lined them up. If you see the picture, I posted a picture on my page. You can go and see the picture of all the guns that they had in their house. And what they were doing, they say that somebody was in there and they was like converting these guns. Remember how they say they get the guns and they convert them into assault weapons and all of that. They're selling them and all of that. So that's what they were doing. And then, I mean, it's just a massive amount of weapons that they have confiscated from this mansion. And they don't think the woman that owns the house has anything to do with it. What they think is that they had some squatters. Some squatters were in the house. They just took over that woman's house. If that's the case, some squatters that took over this woman, not house, her mansion. And the amount of guns that were in that house, you need to just go and look at the picture of the amount of guns that was on there. They have them laid out in the driveway. It was just like, just go look at the picture, honey. And they don't think, like I said, they don't think the woman had anything to do with it. But just the point that they have those kind of guns, and they would be talking about gun control laws, and they be trying to talk about people who need guns for protection. It's their Second Amendment right and all that. But it's just like people doing the wrong things with guns. These guns ended up in the hands of the wrong people because they're not no licensed gun operation. They're selling these guns illegally out of this house. So who's buying these guns? But we care so much about, human life, and we can't, come up with some better gun control laws and stuff. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for y'all. But what's up? Let me put my eyelets on, honey. And we could talk and see what y'all talking about, honey. What are y'all talking about in here? Thank you, Denzel. Hey, September Flower. Yes, much to all. And to all. Hashtag 11 English. You gotta go. Kim Jong-un. You like that, Freddie? Kim Jong-un. Yeah, I be saying this Kim Jong-un, honey. I'm ready for Queen Supreme Court in St. Louis before they do a rerun of the same cities from last year. Did you hear about Mitch McConnell? He's getting donations from a Russian oligarch that owns a steel company in Kentucky. No, I didn't hear about it, but I'm not surprised. Hey, Nation. Let me tell you something. The Republicans, let me tell you something. The Republicans, like I've been saying, that's why I just could not get down with the Republican Party. I just could not get down with the Republican Party because it's just like you all were fighting tooth and nail when y'all were running against Donald Trump. Especially, their name escaped me right now, but they'll come to me in a minute. But I just want to say, it's just like y'all, and all the stuff y'all accused Donald Trump of when y'all were running against him. He's still the same person. He has not changed. He's still the same person. Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio, Mitch McConnell, and old punk ass Paul Ryan that's gone now. It's just like all of them, they just folded. And they are continuing to fold. And then it's just like, what's called is up here he's just looking stupid. His name will come to me in a minute. He just looks stupid. It's just like, oh my God, are you serious? And then it's just like all of these people that's going on these networks and they defending Donald Trump and defending like the Mueller report is over, and Donald Trump and he's a good president. He's doing this and that. Girl, bye. Donald Trump is hard, but it's just like they don't have no backbone. They don't have no backbone. And I know Donald Trump has something against all of them, just like Putin has something against Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is just as faithful to Putin as the Republican Party has turned out to be as faithful to Donald Trump. Because it's just like all the stuff and the Donald Trump that y'all doing, just like even with all this stuff and talking about, his taxes. Like they're not fighting to get his taxes released. Why? Why? It's not the law. It's not the law. It's not like he's not breaking the law. It's not the law. Okay. So, but y'all want everybody else to release their taxes. And then if the Democrats, all these 22, 23 people that's running, trying to get the Democratic nomination, trying to become the Democratic nominee. All these people, if none of them release their taxes, they would have a problem. The Republican Party would have a problem. But you all have already told us the reason y'all not pushing for Donald Trump to have his taxes released is because it's not the law. Okay. So it's not the law. Why y'all worried that they don't release their taxes? Then the reports that came out that Donald Trump was around here talking about, he was going, the New York Times, they released a report where they say that Donald Trump taxes, when he was talking about he was doing good, his company's doing good. They said, no, he lost over $1 billion in that 10-year span. And during this time, they went back in time, we have evidence, we have videos, we have archives. We go to the archives and see what you was talking about during that time. During the time where he had lost $1 billion, he was going around talking about, a lot of people, a lot of businessmen were failing, and they were trying to see how was it that he was still making money while everybody else was losing money. Then come find out he was lying. He was losing money. He lost $1 billion. He lost more money than anybody in the world during that 10 years. So that's just like, how is that possible? That's just wrap your brains around it. He done lost more money than everybody in the world, $1 billion in 10 years. So it's just like stuff like that. Then it's like, we're not concerned. So somebody would run around here talking. Then during that time, that's when he came up with the Art of the Deal, the book. You come up with the Art of the Deal, you broke Scooter Brown, and you started losing money. And then at that time, it was just like he was $600 million in the red. But he was going around talking about, how successful he was as a businessman. It's like, child, go sit down somewhere, honey. But it's just like the stuff like that. And then it's just like, you can manage your own money. How can America expect you to manage their money? Anybody, we know. He's dumb as a bag of rocks. So all of them are just folding tips and they just going around, fight for this man. And knowing he ain't nothing changed from when you was fighting against him when you was running for president, Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. Nothing changed about this guy. The only one that really has like some backbone, and Casey, he the only one, but he kind of cuckoo too when it comes to him because certain things it's just like, oh my God. But I can think of the one name that I'm trying to think of. He's just really stupid. He's just out front, just really stupid. But it's just like, y'all know who I'm talking about. What's his name? Type it in there, honey. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God. It's Mitch McConnell and then him. Oh my God. Graham. Is that it, Graham? I think that's what I'm talking about, Graham. Oh my God. But go sit down. Please go sit down. And baby, listen, if y'all don't go vote for yourself, go vote for me. I don't care who the Democratic nominee is, honey. Go vote for the Democrat, honey. I ain't gonna say just go vote, honey. No, go vote for the Democratic nominee, honey. Because baby, the Republicans don't have no backbone. They don't have no backbone. They're liars. They don't have no backbones. Then they sit up there and they don't tell the truth. They tell part of story. They tell part of the truth. They tell parts of story. And we all know people like that. You know people like that. I know people like that. They won't tell the whole truth. They'll tell you part of the story. And then they say, well, I didn't lie. No, you didn't lie, but you didn't tell the whole truth. And by you not telling the whole truth, you made it appear as though it was something that it was not. Because you didn't tell the part that tie everything together. So it's just like, you didn't lie, but you misled me. Just like with with Barr. That's what they talking about with Barr. When he got out here and did his little summary of the Mueller report, you didn't tell the whole truth. You didn't lie, but you didn't tell the whole truth. And you made it look like it appeared that it was something that it was not. Because you didn't tell the whole truth. You summarized it, but you left out a whole lot. And had you tied all the ends together, we would have saw that, oh. But then the way you set it up was you made it look like appear as though it was something else. And that's what they do. That's what they're good at. They're good at not telling the whole truth so they can say, well, I didn't lie. No, you didn't lie. You know, technically you didn't lie. But what you did was you misled me and you misled the country, and which is what they're good at, misleading us. And that's why I can't get down with it, because they can't just tell the truth. They can't tell the truth. They can't tell the truth. I can't get down with. That's why I be child, child. I already know. Let me put my idols on, because y'all really type. Y'all got paragraphs in here. Yeah, the governor, I see is halfway up. The governor passed the new Georgia abortion bill. They want all of the children born to the state to death, to start to death. Yes, it's just like stuff like that. That's what I be talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. Now, you to pass this bill, y'all so concerned about women, having abortions and stuff. But then we got how many children, how many orphans, how many children we have in the welfare system, how many children do we have, in need adoption in the adoption program. Then y'all sit up here, we have children in the adoption program, and y'all sit up here talking about some unborn children and trying to tell them what to do with their bodies and all that. And y'all not trying to help these children that are in these adoption programs and all that, but y'all care so much about them and y'all fight for children's lives, but then y'all just want people to just have children and then not take care of them. So what's that all about? Yes, honey. Graham, honey. Yes, girl. Little stuff like that. Y'all be trying to act like y'all really concerned. Y'all really care. Child, please. Freddie Lee said, September Fly, you must have had a bad experience here in Atlanta. Sorry about that, because this really is a great place to live. What she say, honey? What did she say? What did she say? Yes, honey. Yes, Tanisha, selective truth and evasive storytelling. That's what they do, honey. Did that week? I love it. I came to Atlanta both times. The food and the people are so nice. You came on a good day. I'm just talking. Yes, Hillary. Hillary said, I don't understand how the so-called Christians and conservatives support him. That's what I'm saying. Under then it's just like, and with all the stuff that he's put the Hispanic community through, with all the stuff, with this border control stuff and this, sitting them back and closing the borders and all of that, y'all voted for him in droves. The Hispanics, the Catholics, y'all voted for him in droves. So it's just like y'all voted for y'all enemy. And now your enemy dogging y'all out and you want everybody else to come to your aid and rescue you. It's just like, had y'all not did your research, honey, you would have never voted for him. And then it's just like the stuff that y'all say, oh, well, forgive me. Well, we forgive. The Bible teaches us how to forgive. Okay, the Bible teaches you how to forgive. Then what happened to that forgiveness when Barack Obama was in office? Y'all had a problem forgiving him for stuff that y'all didn't like that he did. But now all of a sudden y'all are these holier than thou Catholics or saints or, and y'all so key on forgiveness. Oh, forgive. The Bible speaks about forgiveness. Okay. Well, forgive me. Get out of my face. Giselle said, I stayed in East Point one time and College Park another time. Like, yes. Just the scenery is so beautiful. East Point and College Park. Oh my God. Giselle, don't tell nobody else there, especially nobody that live in Atlanta. There are some parts. It's just like there are some parts in College Park and East Point it's immaculate. Yes, it is. But those are basically the hoods. Both of those are hoods. Now you should have went over to Cascade. Cascade, they educated me about Cascade. Cascade was like the rich area in Atlanta where school teachers, principals, ministers, big time people, politicians, all in the Cascade area, and it's still a nice area. And it's still like a lot of black people, majority of black people over there in the Cascade area. But yeah, you come here, I'll take you around. They didn't show me, didn't taught me, didn't show me everything. Hey, Freddie Lee. My parents and my children live there, and it's just not for me. I'm going down Memorial Weekend for graduation, and I'm coming right back. Where you live, September Flowers? Where you live? Yeah, Atlanta, and I must say, Atlanta's not the same Atlanta that it was when I visited here, when I moved here. It was the same Atlanta when I moved here. There's some hair in my face somewhere. It was the same Atlanta when I moved here that it was when I visited. And I used to come and host pageants here, come and compete in pageants with, well, obviously somebody's talent, and stuff. But it has changed. It has changed. And I saw Atlanta today that I told the people, because I had just went through the change in Texas. The same things that were going on in Atlanta when I moved to Atlanta, like it was like, excuse me, like it was what was the thing they had? Freaknik. Freaknik was big when I moved here, but I think I moved here was big like a couple of years, and after that they ended Freaknik. But the same thing that we went through in Dallas, like the clubs were open in Texas, Texas, Houston, and Dallas. When the clubs were open at 4 o'clock till 4 a.m. And then all of a sudden, so much started happening. And basically what happened was these clubs that were in not these white neighborhoods, these clubs that were in these nice neighborhoods, they were close to these nice neighborhoods. And crime had got so bad. Crime has got so bad until these people had to start going to City Hall, going to the meetings and stuff. They wanted the clubs out. They wanted the clubs out of their neighborhood. And so they just like by law, they couldn't just close the clubs because they had already given them the permits to build the clubs there. So what they did was they stopped letting the clubs close at 4 a.m. It's like, okay, because their philosophy, which is what they sold the course, was because the longer they're open, the more they drink, the drunker they get, and so the more violence we have in the neighborhood. Start breaking in cars in the neighborhoods. They start, trashing the neighborhood, be just dirty and stuff, and all that stuff. So different stuff that they was complaining about at these meetings and stuff, city council meetings and stuff. So they end up closing the clubs at 2. They're like, okay, so the nightlife like really died after that because it was just like, child. But we didn't go to the club. The club been closed at 4. We didn't start getting ready till 11. Because we know we ain't had to get there till about 1:30. So they closed club at 2. Then we trying to get ready at 9 to go to the club. So it wasn't the same because it's just like the traffic was bumper to bumper down the street. Traffic was bumper to bumper on Friday and Saturdays. And it was just like ridiculous. It was just like the rush hour. Imagine the worst rush hour traffic you could ever imagine. And that's how it was on Friday, Saturday on this street where the gay clubs were. Because the straight kids and the straight people just drive down the street just to look at us. The drag queens walking down the street, going to the club. And I mean, it was just a traffic jam. And that was the thing. They were just coming out. They wouldn't even go to the club. They go to the store, get their beers, they smoking, drinking, and driving down the street, watching us, looking at us. So, so fast forward, when I moved to Atlanta, and then with Atlanta, they started doing the same thing. They had a club that was 24 hours, back street. Then they had another club that's 24 hours, and then they started, no, they're not 24 hours no more. They can't be no 24 hours. Then they went to the point where they closed the club early. And I stayed up until 4 o'clock no more. So I told the people when it was happening, I said, this is going to happen. I said, they're going to close these clubs at 2 o'clock because I've seen it happen in Texas. I said, the same blueprint that they use in Texas is the same blueprint that they're using here in Atlanta. And now, fast forward, clubs close at 2. No more 24-hour clubs. No. So it's just like, child. But not knowing, it's because of us. It's because of us. And then I say us is because all that fighting doing, then they start breaking in cars and just trashing the neighborhoods. People not finna do that. Because we was here in Buckhead. Y'all remember when I moved here in Buckhead, we were doing the same thing in Buckhead. And it was the straight clubs and stuff. They had all those straight clubs over there in Buckhead. And the traffic was, atrocious. On the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, it was really Thursday, Friday, Saturday here in Atlanta. And baby, y'all, they had already been complaining about y'all over there. Then y'all been breaking in cars and stuff, and people, if they're safe in the neighborhood and all that and stuff, baby. And when Ray Lewis came down here for the Super Bowl and then that murder, that was it. That was a wrap. It was over. So now all the clubs, this is like, baby, all the clubs, it's so funny. It is so funny now. If you are from, or if you were around during that time, all the clubs that were over there, and they got rid of all them clubs over there. And if you go over there now, those where it used to be a club is the Chanel, a Chanel boutique. It used to be a club. It is a Ferragamo boutique where it used to be a club. They got all these high-end boutiques over there. So they don't want no building, no space. They ain't giving y'all no space. Say, can I rent this out? Can I lease this to put a club in here? No, and no, we have a boutique sign. You come over here and get you something to wear to the club, but there ain't no clubs over here. And we ain't trying to get no clubs over here. They just have high-end boutiques and restaurants. That's it. No more clubs. Got the clubs up out of there, honey. Oh. Cedar Ridge is still popping. Where's Cedar Ridge? Looking or going into Bulldogs, looking and lurking. Do I remember John Wiley Price? What about it? Where do you get the numbers from for your title? What numbers? Cedar Spring. Oh, that's what it meant. Cedar Spring. Okay, Cedar Spring in Dallas. Yeah, it's still jumping. They done renovated a lot up there too. I got to get out of here, child. I've already been on here too long. It's time for me to go and get ready for Real You Radio. Oh, Tico Glover. I ever hear Miss Sophia. You can start the show now. All right, Tico Glover. You mean the radio show? Because this one is over. We can ready to get out of here. Y'all, come on, honey. Yes. Where do I get the numbers for my report? Oh, where I get the numbers. What I do is every week I try to start like a different number, like different series. Like this week it was the 500 because I beat up the guy and I don't check before I go on. So it's just like I know last week I was doing like 400. So this week I was doing 500. Before that it was 2, so 3. So I like to try to do like next week I'll start doing like 601, 602, 603, 604, 605. So if I do the 5 reports, that Monday through Friday is 601 through 605. Then the following week it'll be 701, 705. Yeah, so that's what I get them from. That's what so y'all can, so people can, because sometimes I have on like my hair, I wear the same hair. And people look at a video and they say that, oh, I already watched that one because they see the hair, they go by the hair. But if you go by the number, you say, oh, no, this is 500. I ain't watched that. She had that hair on. She was in the 400s when I watched that. So that's the purpose of me putting numbers up there so y'all know as well as me. Like, what does it mean? Because I don't document the stories that I talk about, but I, if you see a number, then you know. Y'all understand? You understand? So that way you don't have to go worry about, watching the same show because you see me in that hair and say, oh, I saw that hair already. I saw that episode. It's just like, let me see the number. That's number 5. Oh, no, I ain't seen 5. I ain't seen number 5. I thought 4. Station 4 stay open till 4, but you know the color. Oh, but see, there's some clubs. But see, some clubs, from my understanding, some clubs will do it, but they can't serve alcohol till 4. They have to stop serving drinks. And the majority of the club, they have to serve like sodas and juice. And the majority of the clubs, they're like, we make no money from the bar. What's the point in staying open just so somebody can dance? And then it's just like some clubs do it, and they end up closing because they stay open so people can dance, and they make money from juice and water and all of that. But then y'all get in there and y'all get to fight. So then y'all tearing up these people when they trying to help you all have a place where you all can have a good time, an extended good time. So you end up tearing up their clubs, so they end up losing more money because they ain't sold that much soda and juice to be replacing the stuff that y'all tear up. So they just end up closing it too. It's like, But then at the Six Spring in Dallas, Texas, they don't have to worry about all of that because, but they do have to worry about that because. But the thing, I ain't gonna be. Never mind. Never mind. Yes. But yes, I'll tell y'all off the record what I was gonna say. I said on the radio show today. So join me on We Are You Radio from 2 to 6, and I'll let you know. All right, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to get your tickets. Check us out if you're in Charlotte. Get your tickets for Charlotte. And thank you guys for coming out and supporting me last night for the return of the karaoke and mix. And next week, my special guest is going to be Nicole Love Dupree, the Whitney Houston of the world, Whitney Houston impersonator of the world, and Star Sanchez. And along with you guys that are coming to, hey, Deepica, along with you guys that are coming to sing your favorite karaoke song. And then Queen Supreme Court will be in Charlotte. So go to eventbrite.com to get your tickets for the Charlotte show. We had a brunch that Sunday, Mother's Day. And the show with me, I would say Queen Latifah, me, and Funkadine Diva, and T.S. Madison, the Queen Supreme Court on Monday. And of course, y'all know my schedule, honey. Y'all know, honey, what I'm doing. And until June. Next week until June. But I'll tell y'all all that. But SGLcruisecruise.com. Go to the website, get all the information. SGLcruisecruise.com. Sellstation.com. Go to the website, get all the information. Sellstation.com. SGLcruisecruise.com. Password SGL. And falltacular.com. Falltacular.com. Go to falltacular.com. Get all the information, honey. Announced. Matt have been on a reading spree. Ow! She announced Toronto and Baltimore. She did. Did she announce it? Apparently she did. If you're saying it, or you just wanted to go to Baltimore and Toronto, Canada. Okay, let me get off here so I can go see. June 20th, Toronto, and July 1st is Baltimore. Okay, she did announce it because July 1st is Baltimore. Yes, July 1st is Baltimore. June 20th is Toronto. Okay. All right. But I love you guys. God bless you. But most importantly, be a blessing. But above that, make sure you always be you because nobody can be a better than you than you. There can be a carbon copy of you, but a carbon copy is never better than the original. Okay. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all. Make sure y'all join me on We Are You Radio. Between 2 and 6. Diamond is on the air right now. Baby, did y'all hear the morning show on We Are You Radio? They are a mess, honey. They are a mess, baby. Jenna was talking about, I'm going to tell y'all this, then I'm going to get out of here. Jenna was talking about, they were talking about donut. Like somebody, I think some African, they done did the tallest donut in the world, Guinness Book of World Record, the highest amount of donuts. So they were talking about donuts. Then Jenna was talking about how she don't like donuts because the glazed donut it tastes like semen. This is like, well, girl, how you know how semen tastes? You told all your business. But anyway, they all funny. They be fun. They tickle me. They tickles me, the morning crew. We are you, morning crew. So yeah, check them out, and then they're on from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I always say 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. What is that? 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Anybody on the radio all day? So it's 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then Diamond is on from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Then me and the hashtag Left Lines, we take over from 2 to 6. Happy hour at 5. All right, love y'all. See y'all. Yes, Deep, because she said, see me, honey. Yes, she said it. She don't like donuts. Now, yesterday she was talking about how horses don't like her. They just horses to her spirit don't get along because the horses don't like her. But yeah, check them out. We Are You Radio. I told y'all can watch us all day. Don't forget to call your uncle and text your uncle and tell him happy birthday, Uncle Fransky. Tell him your mama told y'all to tell you. Say, mama told me to tell you happy birthday. All right, I love y'all. God bless y'all. Oh, God be with you. God be with you. God be with you till we meet.